Hey folks, Bill from Little White Dory here. You know, I've made several attempts over the last several days to put videos up. I got one of them up, which was the one on Carolina Reapers. Hey, look at that. 2. Nice, we know that one's from Hootie. We know this one's from Zippy. That's cool. Cross our fingers, let's hope for door number 2. That'll be awesome. Totally awesome. Unfortunately not today. But we do, I think, have one inside already from today. Hey ladies. You know, I'd love to let you guys out for a minute, but it's kind of nasty out here. Alright, go ahead. Off. Go ahead. Go on. So they'll march out here and do some grazing. It's just stuff that they don't have inside, nothing fancy. Alrighty girls, coming through. So just a couple of updates. These bent poles over here, which were potentially going to be used to cover these gardens, have turned out to be garlic, and I really don't need to cover them. We've got, I think, signs of garlic. Yep, 1, 2, 3. Ah, here comes a chicken. Which one is that? Just one of the ones that likes to fly. They like to, ooh, thanks for the fertilizer. They like to go over in this direction because they can hide under the trailers. Although today and at this time, they're just accustomed to coming over this direction and getting fed. So I'll give them a few minutes out here. There's no likelihood of a hawk attack. It's just a crappy day. If a hawk hasn't eaten lunch yet, it's going to go a day without food, I think. So, backyard is still looking the same. The future for these trailers, let's see, I can give you an explanation. This trailer is a little on the lightweight side, but it's kind of got a lot of utility. I used it last year, and you'll see it in videos from last year, as a rolling inventory cart. And I used some of those poles over here. They fit in here very nicely to make a cover. And I'm about to set up and do that again, and do the same thing in this trailer. Now this trailer here, because of this gate in the back, that's kind of a decent little marquee kind of thing to me. So I'm going to use this trailer to park out at the end of the driveway, and I'll put signage on here. I'll have inventory in here, and I might try to build something a little vertically in here and use the top of this, come across and down. We'll see. I don't know. I'm going to try to get inventory in there in 2 levels. The deck, maybe 3. The deck, another level, and if I can, maybe in the center, a 3rd higher level. And then on the last wagon here, this one is going to have to become a big part of my greenhouse. So it's 5 feet across and 12 feet long. Again, these poles run in there pretty good, you can see. I'm going to set them up. I'm going to build, I believe, a permanent wall on this end. And in it I will mount a fan so that I can get it cooler in here when the summer comes along, but keep it at a temperature I want. I might build a permanent wall in the back and the front. I haven't decided yet. Alright girls, what's up? Huh? Girls just want a freebie. Huh? How's everybody doing? Let's see if I can get them named. Alright, so we got Buffy. That one is, I think, Fluffy, the one that just recently molted. This is Nubbins. That is Ninja. The white one is Zippy, or Zippy Angel. In the back doing the dance to scratch is Hootie, the blue egg. And this should be Cleopatra. Now who's missing? Ah, over here, she was hiding. That's my grandmother here. She's the oldest girl. Well, her and Zippy and her are from the same batch. They were never here. They're here as long as I've had chickens. And I have one other that's now living down in South Carolina. We didn't like her. Alright girls, watch this. They'll all come running for some scratch. They'll probably just come running anyway, because they've either heard me say the word scratch and they've learned it, or they just know that every time this guy walks this way, and I hear them behind me without even turning around, that they're going to come looking for some scratch. Who's following me? Ah, Ninja. Whoops. Chicken Ninja. Or Ninja Chicken. Yeah, I'm going to step on that. It's always tricky to do one-handed. Come on, girls. so they all respond, which is kind of cool because they'll pretty much go in anytime I want them to. And you can see I just sprinkle some down. They all come in, let the gate go. Everybody in a little further. Now this gate is pathetic. I mean, it's really barely maybe 2 feet tall, and they don't come over it. They just have a mental issue with it. So I'm going to give them a little more, and they'll be going into bed very shortly because it's a kind of crummy day. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's coming up on 5 o'clock. It's still light out, or at least reasonably light out. We just put this little bungee cord here around that. It's easier to do with 2 hands. And I'll just pull this, cinch it, and it has just these ends here, kind of, maybe I can show it. You can see there's just little claws, and I occasionally just bend them back a little. And they grab onto the hardware cloth. That's it. That keeps them. I mean, on a very rare occasion, I've had a few come out, but they can go all along the fence here. They got the lilac bush for some protection. These little lattice works, there. They got the little tykes. My composting, they love turning in there. The gardens is still kind of quiet. Alrighty, girls. Let's get to bed, okay? Buffy doesn't like to go into the coop now because there's too much competition. You can see she wants some scratch, but she's just not willing to get in there and fight. And yet she's one of the bigger birds, so she gets her stature or her class by being big, and she doesn't know what to do with it. And then this little girl right here, Hootie, she's got a really pretty color. She lays my green eggs. She stopped for about 2 months, and now she just started up again. We got one the other day, and now today, very excited. The girls stopping in for a little apple cider vinegar water. They do like it. That's fresh for them every day. And then, actually, I can see in here. No. Yeah, I guess they're gonna. I thought they were going to the watering. Hey, Ninja. All right, that's it from out by the coop. We'll add to this in a little bit. All right, and as we come down into the basement, hope the lenses don't fog up. We've got the. Let's just move this. Got the table saw all set up, cleaned up. Can you believe $86? I mean, I haven't set up the safeties, and this is unfortunately no longer working. There's a laser guide here, but I think it's probably more hype than worth it, so I'm not going to bother with that. And then the writhing blade, I got to figure. I can see how it goes on. I just got to figure out if it's screws, bolts. It's something strange. It may be that it's required to have this on. Don't know yet. So that's all taken care of. So as we head back into the new grow lab here, aka the man cave, I'll just say this: I've done a lot down here. You can see I've got this rack, this rack, this rack, this rack, this cabinet and shelves. I've kind of rearranged the entire basement of the house and kind of made space available. And I don't have a very big basement, but it's the same footprint as my house, so it's just as a ranch. Anyway, got things set up. I've made some videos. Unfortunately, the videos that I recorded on my iPhone, I'm having a difficult time getting it to upload to YouTube directly. Of course, then the file sizes are so big you can't transfer them, and I'm very new to the iPhone. So, in a nutshell, let's see. We've got, and I'm going to get this set up here too, so that I can do videos here more regularly. But this is going to be one of the main grow stations here. Currently, I have the heating pad here. These three and this are not seated yet, but they're going to get seated today. So that's one grow mat, or heated mat. And then over here we have the other. Let's see, on this particular shelving unit we have 4 shelves with lights. Actually, wait, let me think about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shelves with lights. The bottom one is really just storage. This one so far is really just the heated pad and more storage down below. I think I've covered it in other videos. Oh, we also got this thing kind of working nicely, which is just this little rolling cart. So 4 more. These are seeded with, let me think about this, asparagus, parsley, sage, rosemary, thyme, peppers, and zinnias, I think. I'm not sure. I have to think about that one. No, there's the zinnias right there, so I didn't do them yet. I don't remember what I put in. I have to look. So we've got this shelf, more supplies up top. Another one with supplies, more supplies, and of course there's some empty shelves because in time I'm going to be moving things around. We've got this little work cart now, kind of very functional, kind of happy about. We've got all our tools in here. In fact, I can put right back in here those two. Just put the license plate on my newer trailer. So we've got this that can roll around. We have that can roll around. This thing here actually has wheels, although I don't think I'll be rolling it. This has wheels. This is just sort of a table in the middle of nowhere. Don't know if it's staying up or not. We moved the 2 refrigerator, wine cooler, made some space, moved things around. Still have all this furniture that's going to go outside into the shed once the shed's organized. And that's where progress will head once the weather gets a little better. But so this is the new grow station, and I do want to have more videos. I think the next thing I have in mind is to try to get something in the way of, as early as possible, tomato plants that I possibly would be able to sell and maybe have fruit on them by, June, end of June, so that maybe I could sell them with little fruits on them. Not ripe yet, but these are the 2 I'm going to go with. They have a short to grow period of time to fruit. They just seem like they'll work well. We'll try them. And I've got my other things all broken down here. We've got, let's see, the ground cherry. That's the different one. That's called the Cape Gooseberry. I got my peppers. I got last year's stuff. Just going to have to say, all right, we've got most of it covered. I'm going to turn this around and just say, okay, let me see. If I turn this way, there should be light coming into my face. So I'll be giving you a little more of a tour once I get things started. I'm going to go plant some seeds in the 4 trays that I have now. I have 3 of them with, here, I can show you this actually. We have these set up with these peat pots. Put that way. These are 42 millimeter peat pots into 2-inch cups. And I'm going to be putting zinnias in this. I think this is the same. Yep, same thing. And you can see I'm using those little thermometers. They're coming in super handy. Let's see right there. So I know humidity is high and 70 degrees. So this is how I'm doing this. If those little peat pots come out of those little cups very easily, then I will transplant them. If they do not, they might just get sold as individual flowers in those little pots, the little 2-inch by 2-inch. I can show you one. This right here. It's kind of like a, you could get a herb growing in there. You could get a little zinnia growing in there. I'm sure in the right location at the right time, you get a couple of bucks for it if it's growing. So I got those, and that's it. Let's see. I'm going to turn this around one more time. Hopefully I didn't hit any wrong buttons. Folks, it's good talking with you again. Any questions about the supplies or how I'm planning on doing things, let me know. And I'm out looking at all kinds of videos these days, trying to get as much information as I can on the process. I've been watching a channel called On the Grow. It's a guy built a microgreen business in a utility trailer. The large, like, race car size that you could have insulated and so on. He's got it nice. I like it. I think it's a great concept. Alrighty, folks. We'll talk again soon. Bye-bye.